Welcome to my kitchen. This is where I have set up my center for first graders, and it's on how to read analog and digital clocks to the hour and to the half hour. The first thing I would talk with the kids about would be which hand is the minute hand and which hand is the hour hand, talking about which one's shorter and which one's longer, and making sure they still understand and remember that before we start in on everything. And then also where the minute hand would be if it was at o'clock, and where the minute hand would be if it was at half hour or 30 minutes past the hour. After we got done reviewing everything, they would make their clock, and they would have a paper plate with a hole in the middle, an hour hand and a minute hand, and a brad fastener and markers. They would get to put the numbers on the clock and their hands with the brads in the middle. With their clock, they would be able to, I would show a time in digital, and they would have to set their clock to their time. And we have probably about 10 of those for them to do to show me that they know how to set the clock to that time. This is a great hands-on, being able to move the hands on the clock experience. To assess the kids to make sure that they understand, I have snowmans, and they have times on them, and an analog clock. And I would select 5 for each child so they were getting some analog and some hour and some half hour times, so that I know that they understood each one. And they would get those 5, and in the middle of the table would be the digital times to match it. So if they have this one, which is 10 o'clock, they would have to find the digital time on the table for 10 o'clock, and they have a match. Then they would get their piece of paper, and they're going to glue these together. This is their assessment, and if they got 5 out of 5 correct, they had mastered this. This is a kind of a review for kids that may not have totally understand the idea of half hour and hour, or understanding how to read the digital to the analog clock. And it's just kind of a reteach or a reinforcement of the lesson.